Okay, let us begin the presentation. So just to start, all right, thank you. I'm going to begin with a land acknowledgement. The land we are meeting on is the traditional territory of many nations, including the Mississaugas of the Credit, the Anishinaabe, the Chippewa, the Haudenosaunee, and the Wendat people, and is now home to many diverse First Nations, Inuit, and Métis people. I also acknowledge that Toronto is covered by the Treaty 13, signed with the Mississaugas of the Credit, and the Williams Treaty, signed with multiple Mississaugas and the Chippewa bands. Okay. Welcome everyone to the Parents and Caregivers Conference. We're so happy to have you all here. Just to introduce you, our presentation is called Fostering Respectful, Positive, and Trusting Relationships for Student Success, Best Practices for Engaging Students and Families inside and outside of the school. To provide a brief introduction, my name is Raksha Rajan. I am a settlement worker in school from the agency Catholic Cross Cultural Services. I've been at this agency for almost 2 years. I support many newcomer and refugee families across Toronto, and I work in various TDSB schools across Scarborough as well. And we provide many services in school and outside of the school to many families, youth, and children as well. In my free time, I love to go hiking and go on many trails as well. And just, do yoga as well. If anyone loves to do yoga as well, please put it in the chat. We also have our wonderful CCS wellness workers joining us today, Julia Jiang and Narud Zakarian, and I will allow them to briefly introduce themselves as we continue this presentation and share their wonderful insights later on as well. I see more people are also coming in, so.
Good afternoon, everyone. Hi, my name is Julia Jiang. I'm one of the health and wellness workers at CCS. I'm glad that we have this opportunity today to meet with you online and share with you the activities or programs that we are doing to support the newcomer families. Thank you.
Hi, everybody. Happy Saturday. My apologies for my voice. I have been struggling with an infection for the past couple of days. I hope that you will be able to clearly understand me today with the help of my colleagues. So as Rakshna mentioned, my name is Narud. I'm also one of the wellness workers at CCS. And CCS is a settlement providing agency that has been serving immigrants for over a decade. And we will continue to introduce our wellness department more as we go on with the presentation. Back to you, Rakshna. Thank you.
Thank you, Narud. Yeah, so I just want to start off by posing a question. Has anyone ever heard of the Settlement Workers in School program or had an interaction with a school settlement worker or attended any of our programs or workshops? If so, please put down anything in the chat and I will be reading them as well. Yes? Okay. So just to give a brief introduction, the role of settlement workers in schools, which is what my role is to build strong connections for newcomer families by linking them to essential resources and support within schools, the community, and local government services as well. And any community programs, all services that we offer are free and to ensure accessibility for everybody. We also help newcomer parents and students adapt to schools and the community by developing engaging programs that encourage active participation and strengthen community bonds as well, like the overall community bond. We foster a welcoming and inclusive environment by bridging any cultural gaps, encouraging culturally responsive communication, and between the school staff and newcomer families as well. And we want to ensure that when parents or children or students register into the school or they are entering a new environment, that they understand all the services available, that they're able to effectively communicate their needs to us and to the community as well. And I see my fellow coworker Humera has joined us, so I'll allow her to introduce herself as I finish this presentation. We also advocate for newcomer families by voicing their needs and concerns to the school and community. And we collaborate with school staff and community partners to share resources, knowledge, and best practices to support newcomer integration and well-being. So Mary, yes, please do introduce yourself. You're on mute. Hi, Humera, you're on mute. Yes.
Yes, my apologies. I think I pressed the wrong sessions. I was in the wrong sessions. Hi, everyone, and I'm sorry for being late. My name is Mariam. My name is Homera Amidi, and I'm a Swiss settlement worker. I've been working with the CCS for past 3 years in a Scarborough area. I mainly work with the secondary and elementary, and also we are on working with itinerant school as well in Scarborough, and it is a pleasure working with the newcomer families and being part of their support system in Canada, and especially in Ontario.
Thank you, Humera. And no worries, we all experience technical difficulties here and there. But I hope by the end of the presentation, you do truly understand the value of our programs and how we really want to foster family and community engagement. So just to continue, in the next slide, I'll provide a breakdown of what our presentation will cover. So in this presentation, we aim to demonstrate how parents, caregivers, school staff, and health and wellness workers can collaboratively foster respectful and positive relationships. Our key strategies include promoting inclusivity within the communities, ensuring equitable access to services for all members, addressing barriers faced by newcomers, and implementing programs to reduce stigma. Additionally, we emphasize the importance of strengthening family dynamics and promoting health and resilience as essential components for student success. We believe that implementing these strategies fosters an environment of respect, support, and understanding that extends beyond the school and influences the broader community as well. We do want to achieve overall growth both within and beyond the school. So to begin, I would like to address the first point, which is how can we address any challenges or barriers faced in the community? And we believe we can do this by strengthening access to internal and external support services. So say we have a situation where a family comes into the school and they need help with the registration process. To be more specific, it could be a newcomer family that requires support in understanding how this Canadian school registration process works and the breakdown of it, along with what are the next steps that need to be taken. Well, that family can contact a settlement worker in school for guidance on the registration process. We will work hand in hand with any of the guidance counselors in the schools to briefly explain it and make sure that they have an understanding of how to create their timetable, school timetable, what services are available in the school, who should they contact if they need help or support, and provide an overall tour of the school as well. If language is a problem, or if language is a hardship, then we will often offer many services within the school for the students, such as our English conversational circles, make sure they are in the correct fitted ESL classes that are needed. And if they need any extra support, like mentorship programs within the school, peer tutoring programs, mentorship programs, or community tutoring programs as well. So for parents, if parents find that their language is not as strong as they would like it to be, then we can refer them to LINK classes, which is our language instruction classes, or adult ESL classes as well. We often encourage parents to volunteer and support any language-based programs, but also any overall school programs so that they are involved in the education system, they have an understanding, and they feel part of the school community as well. And we will gather resources for parents about any community programs that are needed, whether it's tutoring programs, whether it is any sort of accessibility services needed or anything, we would want to provide that. So we strongly encourage parents to connect with settlement workers in schools, whether you're a newcomer parent or not, to feel a sense of involvement in the community and in the school as well. So I'm going to pass the floor to my coworker, Humera, to speak about how we can strengthen inclusivity within the schools.
Thank you, Rakshana. Before I want to start on my presentation, if it's possible with Rakshana, play like a small clip which has been prepared by our students to have a better understanding my presentation.
On day 1 of school, I could not find my classroom.
Can everyone hear the sound?
Other for
Just
help.
want to make sure
The
everyone can hear the
hallways
sound.
felt so dark, gloomy, and deep. Even though the lights were bright, felt so confused and left out. Speaking English was so hard as I only knew hello, how are you, and what's your name. I faced bullying in my class from my peers. When I was able to speak words correctly, they would make fun of me, and it was embarrassing at the time.
Yes, so as we saw in the clip that being prepared by our students in one of our digital storytelling, it's the feeling of being isolated as a newcomer students walking to the school with the wondering, I have no friends, everything is new for me, and what should I do? So whom do I have to go? There is a lot of support is available for our students through the Swiss program. And for students, I just want to also start that, like, for students grade 5 to 12, loneliness and fear are common, especially during the adolescence, a time of emotional and a social development. During this phase, students are developing their identity, forming peer relationship, managing academic pressures. These pressures can leave students feeling disconnected, impacting both their emotional well-being and academic success. The good news is there is a support, as we as a Swiss settlement worker in school help students navigate this emotion, offering a sense of connection and support with the schools and community. How we as a Swiss support schools and the youth. Understanding the issue is really important. The first thing we as a Swiss worker do like to talk to the students to understand the reason behind their feelings. Is the students struggling socially? Are they feeling a lot left out? Or is there another issue at play, like a bullying or language barriers? Understanding the root cause is really crucial. Another thing is we do engaging. We encourage our students to engage in the extracurricular involvement. SOS works to connect the students with the curricular activities. These activities, whether sport, clubs, or creative art, offer a chance to bond with the peers in a less formal, more comfortable environment. This helps build friendship and sense of belonging. Another thing is programs like Now or When play a vital role in helping students navigate their school experience and build the skills necessary to succeed in academic and socially. So what is Now? Now is like a program which is Newcomer Orientation Week for a 4-day program, specially designed to help newcomer students prepare for their transition in a high school. And also When program is like a 1-day program, welcome and information for newcomer. And it's an aim for middle school students and their families. The program provides interactions to the school life in Ontario, introduction to the school life in Ontario, covering key topics such as the school system, available resources, and extracurricular activities, strategies for academic success. When help families to adjust to their new environment and prepare students for transitions to the school, making them feel more confident and connected to the community. And also Swiss works with the parent as well. So we as a Swiss worker, we encourage parental involvement. Swiss supports parents in becoming more involved in their child's school life by encouraging attendance at parent council meeting, parent-teacher interviews, and school events. This helps parents staying informed and engaged in their children education experience. Supporting communication with the school is another way we support the parents. Swiss assists parents with understanding school communications, whether it's a report cards or notice or newsletters. This ensures parents are fully aware of school activities, schedules, and their child's progress. Another thing we do is bridging gaps between school and families. So the school, Swiss works to bring any culture and communication gaps between a school regulation and parents' expectation. They might be involving explaining school policies, addressing concern, and ensuring mutual understanding between the schools and the family. By offering tailored support to both students and the parents, Swiss helps foster inclusive, welcoming, and supportive school environment, ensuring that students feel safe, connected, engaged in their school community. I'm passing to my colleague Rakshana.
So thank you, Humera. So in this next slide, I would actually like to share some of the pictures of the many events that Humera was talking about. For example, here we have our welcome information and orientation for newcomers, which are for middle school students who are just entering middle school in Canada, and they want to understand what the Canadian education system is like, what can they expect in middle school, what activities might they do, who can they speak to get resources. Then we have a really similar format in our NOW program, which is our newcomer orientation week for high school students, where they can learn about what do they need to graduate high school, how can they excel in high school, who can they speak to gather resources, where can you find some community programs or community resources near your school as well that are accessible if they want to know about volunteering. And maybe some of your students or some of your children may have volunteered as a peer leader for the NOW program. So if you have heard of the NOW program, please put that in the chat, or if you're interested in learning, let me know as well. And we would love to provide information later on when we provide our contact info. But also I have another video to share where we had a pumpkin carving activity. We had a series of pumpkin carving activities in our many schools, and both children and high school students got to carve out pumpkins and really explore the Halloween culture and tradition and what it means to them. So I just want to share this quick video. Please, again, if you're not able to hear, let me know in the chat, and I'll ask one of my colleagues to also inform me if the sound is not clear, okay? No, I believe that was it. But as we mentioned, these are great opportunities for both children and youth to really build a great social circle and feel inclusivity within the school, feel like they are really involved in the school community and enjoy going to school as well. So to expand on this, Humera will continue talking about how students can foster a sense of belonging in the school and community.
Thank you, Rakshana. Let me share how we can help students feel more connected to their broader community, enhancing their sense of belonging. Many students, particularly newcomers, often feel unsure about how to get involved in their community. For example, students might say, I want to explore the city and programs, but I don't know where to start. Or I like sports and recreation, but I don't know how to participate alone. This is a common experience, but there are ways to guide and support the students to find their places. I want to mention that most of our programs are for students and their families. So how Swiss provides opportunities for broader connection. So I just want to let you guys know that last year we have established Leacock Hub. It's one of the hubs that we established it at Stephen Leacock Collegiate Institute. What is the hub? The hub is a it's a resource center where students can get information about various programs, activities, and community events that can help them connect with the others. What about some of the students ask we want to know more about recreational activities. So of course, Swiss connect the students to recreational activities like rock climbing, soccer, or leadership retreat. These activities not only help students get involved in something they enjoy, but also allow them to meet other similar interests, building friendships in a fun and supportive environment. We do have community projects. I want to mention an example that last year we did a moral art project, which is you guys can see the beautiful mural painting that our volunteer did. The project is these types of activities not only allow students to express themselves creatively, but also foster a sense of pride in their community. Working on the public project can help them feel like they are making a positive impact. City exploration is another way that we get more to support our students. For those who want to explore their new city, Swiss organized trips to the city, which is later on my colleague will talk more about it, where the students can visit different neighborhood, cultural landmarks, or a new local event. The trip helps the students get better sense of their surroundings and feel more at home on their new environment. We do also arrange many post-secondary visits for the students interested in a future education. As a Swiss workers, we arrange trips to post-secondary institutes, visiting college, universities, give the students a tangible sense of what their future might look like, and encourage them to think about the long-term goals. Another great way that we always encourage students to be more involved in the community is by volunteering opportunities. One of the most impactful ways for the students to build connection and develop a sense of belonging is through volunteering opportunities. Whether supporting school projects, local organization, or community events, volunteering helps students expand their networks, essential asset for both academic and career successes. It also allows them to connect with their mentors, community leaders, and peers who can provide them guidance and support through their education and future career. I just want to let you know that only from month of July to October 2024, Swiss worker work with the students and provide them volunteer opportunities, and the students collectively contributed 2,300. I want to mention 2,300 volunteer hours, a truly remarkable achievement. This effort reflects on not only their dedication to their communities, but also their commitment to a personal growth and leadership. These volunteer hours go behind just the numbers. They demonstrate active engagement in the community, building while developing skills that will benefit students for years to come. Another thing is that I want to mention that outdoor and adventure activities, Swiss also do organize camping trips and park visits. The activities not only encouraging students to connect with the nature, but they also promote teamwork, personal growth, and leadership building in relaxed outdoor settings. As I mentioned, our program is not only with the students, also we encourage parents to be part of their children's life. So how parents can support the students in seeking greater opportunities. You know what? The best way would be discussing interests with your child. like parents play an important role in helping students find their way in these community activities. One of the best thing parent can do is have a open conversation with their children about the interests. Ask them what they like, what kind of activity they enjoy, whether it's a sport or volunteering or outdoor adventure. This can be first step in finding programs or event aligned with their passion. Also, planning a family activity is a great way. Family involvement in the activities, for example, planning family outgoing outing that aligns that with the children interests, like a visit to a local museum or a nature hike or community event, can help students feel supported and engaged. Swiss staff can guide families with finding low-cost event, free activities that are accessible. Now, I just want to ask Rakshana to talk one of the feedbacks that one of our family and students provided us from the recent program with our Park Canada.
Yes, thank you, Humera. Yeah, just to draw back on a story that happened actually. Last June, we had a program called Parks Canada Learn to Camp, and it was a one-day session where many parents and students could learn about camping in Ontario, locate different Ontario campsites, learn how to build a tent, figure out which sites have internet or don't, right? And it was a really fun interactive session. And after the session, I had a family come up to me and say, hey, after the session, we actually decided to go camping together as a family. And my daughter could not stop talking about it. Even the daughter was there. She was showing me all the pictures and telling me about the activities that they did, how there were so many mosquitoes. It was a really fun story to see. And I love that they decided to go camping after that. Even I wanted to go camping after that session. So it was really enlightening for me and for everyone
Correction, I
else.
would like also to share some more about the picture that we have from our mayoral art project, so our parents can
Yeah.
see how great the work our students are doing.
Yeah, as you can see, the picture on this slide is actually our community mural art project, and it was all done by our youth from our various schools and from our programs with the guidance of a community artist. Here you can see that they really wanted to project their individuality onto this wall, where may see a Bharatanatyam dancer, you may see a break dancer, a painter. So they're really just sharing their individuality and their process integrating into Canada, how they felt living in Toronto and what they think Toronto means to them, a city of diversity, a city where they can be free to express themselves, but also learn and enjoy the Canadian culture. So it was really beautiful to see the students brainstorm this and put this on to the wall where everyone can see. You can see this mural at one of our hubs, the Cedarbrae hub, located inside Cedarbrae Mall if you live in the Scarborough area. But yeah, it was a beautiful piece of work. Here I just wanted to share a quick picture and video as well about our Women's Wellness Cafe. These are some other opportunities for both students and parents to connect in the community. And the Wellness Cafe is a great opportunity for many parents, many mothers to, form a social circle and talk about their interests, relate and discuss maybe what it's like being here in Canada as well, do some fun art activities. As you can see, they all created some beautiful bags that were handmade, hand patched, and we did a wonderful session. So it's a really good opportunity. And we also have a video from our ESL night, but I do not want to take up too much time. So I'm going to skip this video for now so that we can get on to the second half of our portion, our presentation as well. Yeah, so overall, if we want to ensure student success and positive community engagement, we must ensure inclusivity amongst the communities with equitable access to services and support. In this process, we can address any barriers and in turn promote respectful and positive relationships, creating a safe and supportive environment for everyone. When individuals feel valued and included, they're more likely to contribute, collaborate, and thrive, strengthening the bond of the community and fostering mutual trust and understanding. And I'd also like to mention that student growth encompasses more than just academic development. It also includes emotional, social, and personal growth. I believe for a student to thrive, growth must be nurtured both within and beyond the school environment, and addressing any health and wellness concerns is essential for fostering an environment where students feel emotionally secure and safe. So in this next part of the presentation, I'm going to hand the floor to our wonderful CCS wellness workers, Narud and Julia, to explore the type of wellness support available to students in the school and the broader community.
Thank you, Rakshna. Just to carry on with the introduction in the morning that we just did, in our wellness department, we specialize in providing group wellness sessions as well as individual supports while engaging with several community partners. And now in this slide, I'm going to discuss the importance of connecting families to supportive services. As families go through many transitioning stressors and challenges with immigration and settlement, it is important to be connected to supportive services to facilitate this process as well as to assist in fostering healthy familial relationships, which in turn creates environments for students to grow emotionally and academically, as Rakshana has mentioned. So, what do we do in our wellness department? We increase awareness about mental health and well being by providing workshops, which my colleague will be discussing more about in the next slide. We also reinforce positive and respectful interpersonal relationship. The most important part is reducing the stigma, promoting resilience, because these are necessary for fostering healthy familial dynamics. Next, I will be discussing the importance of strengthening your family dynamics by accessing community supports. So, first, for the emotional support and stability aspect, because it provides students with a strong emotional foundation, allowing them to feel secure, supported, and confident so they are able to reach their full potential, and also to grow and perform academically well within schools. Secondly, for the positive communication and role modeling aspect, it is because it creates an environment where students express their concerns, talk about their feelings, as well as the challenges they experience within school, and to be also able to reach out for supportive services within their settlement workers in school and beyond. And now I would like to pass it on to Julia to continue with the last portion of our presentation. Thank you, everybody.
Thank you, Narud. Okay, so my name is Julia, as you can see on the screen. So I'm working closely with my colleague Narud in providing the health and wellness support to newcomers. So we work closely with school settlement workers and also service providers from other organizations. So we try to provide a comprehensive wellness program can benefit the newcomer community. So now I'm going to share the areas of support that we do. So as we know that newcomer families face a lot of challenges in the process of settlement. Things like new language, new culture, new social norm and regulations, and even social rituals, right? So, and also job search, unemployment, housing issues, financial difficulty, isolation, coping with loneliness. So any type of challenges can be a stress to newcomer families. So we run sessions, one-on-one and group sessions to provide supports to them to help them develop strategies or skills in coping with stress and challenges. And we also help them understand, explore and understand emotions. So how to cope with difficult or challenging emotions. So to help them to be able to maintain healthy family relationships as well. So the sessions that we have includes stress management, mindfulness for day-to-day life, healing through art activities, and also understanding emotions, emotional wellness, things like that. And also, we also see that many newcomer families, they live in multi-generational households. So in these families, it's quite often there will be tensions. For instance, younger generations, they may adapt to the new culture or pick up the language faster than the older generations. And also parents or grandparents, they may feel disturbed or worried that their children tend to lose their own language or their traditional culture. And quite often we see conflicts happening in these families. So we run sessions like raising children in two cultures, or help families, parents, and students understand or explore the benefits as well as challenges in living in multi-generational families, and help them explore solutions or healthy ways to cope with, to deal with the conflicts within multi-generations at home. And also to help parents understand the stress, anxiety children or younger generations may face, and the struggles they have between adapting to new culture, develop a new identity, as well as still committing to or complying with their old culture. So, and also we think that it's quite important for newcomer parents to understand healthy or positive disciplines for to their children, because sometimes parents may run into unwanted outcomes due to they know little about the regulations or the laws in Canada. So we give them this kind of educations on healthy or positive disciplines, and also so to help balance like the balance parenting in a healthy way. And also we run life skill sessions, either one-on-one. We help promote something like help children or students understand bullying in school. What is bullying? How to deal with bullying at school? How to communicate with your peers, right? Healthy communication with your children, communication skills, and how to deal with issues such as excessive use of internet or computer games. So and also we also run some sessions regarding like identity, body image, and also self-esteem to help children or parents understand the importance of developing a healthy relationship with social media, and also how they can develop a healthy identity surrounded by tons of media information. So, and we also run something like self-care groups for different age groups, because we know that newcomers from different populations like women, men, seniors, caregivers, and teenagers, children, they all have distinct and unique needs so to be addressed. So we run specific support groups to address gender-specific issues. And also like for seniors, they may face something like isolation or integration challenges, and also financial issues, connecting with community resources. So we try to run different kinds of groups or sessions to provide a safe and inclusive space for for newcomers to be able to connect with the community, to connect with to share their experiences, their challenges, their emotions. In the meanwhile, to be able to access very good information for settlement as well. So these are the areas of supports that we provide. Okay, so
Thank you,
so now
Julia.
I will pass it on to my colleague Rashna.
Thank you so much, Julia and Narud. I truly do encourage looking into these wellness workshops as they are so beneficial for the entire community, not just newcomers. And I do want to mention that all of our programs welcome everybody, not just newcomers. And we always want to collaborate with parents and students in the community. So I just want to read a fun quote here that I thought could really resonate with this conference, which is every child deserves a champion, an adult who will never give up on them, who understands the power of connection and insists that they become the best that they can possibly be. This is by Rita F. Pearson. I truly thought it was so empowering because we all want someone who roots for us and roots for our success in different ways. And I'm sure we can all agree with that. So just to conclude our presentation, I'd like to say that overall, school settlement workers, health and wellness workers, and parents and caregivers work together to create a nurturing environment that supports the students' emotional well-being, community integration process, and social and academic development as well. And we also surface way beyond that as well. So I'm going to open the floor now to the audience. If you have any questions, please feel free to ask. If not, I have a quiz for all of you. So ask questions. So I see we have a question here from Bedang. How do we encourage caregivers and parents to embrace their own wellness and wholeness as a foundation for supporting children's growth and learning? So I'm gonna ask Narud or Julia to answer one of those questions. Yes.
Oh, Rashna, so could you see the question? Okay, do you have the question on the screen or
It's
could
on
you
the
repeat
chat
the
box.
question again? I
On the
guess some
chat.
people may not get it. Okay. Yeah. Also, it's in the chat. Okay, let me see. Okay.
So Vedang, just to add a point, these sessions
So-
are for parents and for students as a whole. So we encourage all of them to join wellness sessions so that they can their own wellness and wholeness. And I'll allow Julia to expand on that point as well.
Okay. Okay, thank you, Rashna. So I think quite often parents, I think they need to have active participation in their child's education. So for things like maybe connect with the school, right, or the school settlement workers to learn about the new educational system, to know about the school system, and meet with the teachers, try to attend the school council, and also parent-teacher interviews, and or try to I think this is the first step. And meanwhile, try to learn something about like healthy communication, right, with your children, because quite as I mentioned, the newcomer children, right, they face stress or challenges between balancing the new culture as well as complying to their home culture. So I think parents need to see the stress, the struggles they are experiencing, and try to provide the support. Try to listen to them and provide the support. And also meanwhile, of course, the parents also face their own struggles like financial stress, unemployment, or housing issues, and parenting, language barriers, parenting children in two cultures as well, right? So I think these should also pay attention to their own well-being, mental health, and also self-care is very important. So things like every week, they need to set aside a specific time just for themselves. Yes, that's the time is a small space for themselves to rest or to relax and to recharge themselves so that they are able to balance their own health as well as the family health as well. Thank you.
Yes, and thank you, Narud, for also adding on to your point. As she said, it is important for parents to build and use their own self-care strategies because we can't pour from an empty cup. That's a great quote. Yes. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. So just to keep in mind time, I just want to put out a fun quiz question to see, if you guys were paying attention or not. Don't worry, this is not a test. But yeah, just to ask, what is the main goal of the Swiss program? You guys can put the answer in the chat and I will tell you which one it is.
I guess you can give us the answer.
Yeah, no problem. So the answer would be to help newcomer families adjust to the school system and community. And for the next one, why is accessing health and wellness support important for families? Oh, I see someone. Okay, yeah, the answer was there. Yes. Why is accessing health and wellness support important for families? It helps students achieve academic success by fostering a nurturing environment. It promotes awareness about mental health and reduces stigma. It reinforces positive and respectful interpersonal relationships, or D, all of the above. Yes, it is D, all of the above. So I want to thank you all for joining the presentation today. If you have any questions or you want to reach out regarding any support, here's our contact information. Feel free to take a picture and send us an email or anything. And I want to thank you all for joining us today. Any
Thank
closing
you.
messages from my colleagues? Yes.
Thank you everyone for joining us. And you have our contacts on the screen. So if needed, feel free to reach out any of us.
Yes, as my colleague Rexana mentioned, all of our services and programs are the doors are open for everybody with any status in Canada. Anyone is most welcome to join us in our program. Thank you and a great weekend with your family.
Yes, thank you all. And I believe you are free to leave now if you would like or attend. Yeah, I believe this is the last session, so you're free to leave if you would like. But thank you so much for joining us on your weekend, and I hope you all have a wonderful weekend. Okay, thank you guys. I guess we can end the meeting now. All right, bye.